Okay, so a little update. It is now 5 to 12. The sun has come out. It is an absolutely stunning, beautiful day. We are about 108 miles away from John O'Groats, and the ride up has been absolutely fantastic. We've hit no traffic whatsoever. Roads have been nice and clear. No rain, it stayed dry. Even in the mountains where it was a bit cloudy, it stayed dry for us. So stay tuned, and when we get on some interesting roads, when we get off this A9, I will update you all. Stay tuned. Okay everybody, welcome back. We've now got off the A9 and we're on some of the back roads, and the scenery is just absolutely sublime. So I'm really looking forward to getting to this place. It's called Sheigra Bay. It's a well-known wild camping spot. Apparently there's a little box that you can put £5 in, just as a contribution for the local community who help to upkeep the location, keep it nice and clean for everybody. So I will be doing that. It's totally voluntary, you don't have to, but hey, you know, when in Rome. When I get there, hopefully it's not going to be too windy, and I'll get the drone up and get some nice footage for you. See us over there. Well, what can I say? The bike has performed absolutely flawlessly. Never missed a beat all the way up. This time I've remembered to put the right fuel in. For anybody who hasn't seen the video, my last Scotland tour that I did, on the very first day, like a numpty, I got off the motorway, went into a fuel station and put diesel in the bike. Never ever done that. I've been riding bikes over 20 years and I have never done that, and I suppose it's a first time for everything. Just let this car pass behind me. Yeah, so what I am hoping to do is spend the night here at the Sheigra Bay, and then tomorrow hop over to the east coast of Scotland, and then make my way back down the east coast, perhaps stopping somewhere on the east coast tomorrow night. Just a short tour, this one. I'm just making the best opportunity of this nice weather we've got. I think it's here for the next couple of days, so I might as well make the most of it and get out on the bike. The bike has to go back in for a recall. Some of the earlier model TRKs had a recall for the rear shocks, and I've had to book it in to my nearest dealer. When I say nearest dealer, they're about 2.5 hours away from me. But what did surprise me was the standard of dealers. Now, I've read quite a bit on internet forums about people having problems with Benelli dealers, some being very good and some not so good. And I have to say, the first one I rang, although they were polite, you can tell that they just weren't interested in doing this recall. First of all, they questioned whether they were the nearest dealer to me, and they went online. They didn't believe that I was. They went online and did a search. Then they tried to tell me that I could get the recall done at any garage. It didn't have to be a Benelli dealership, which I knew was false because I'd spoke to MotoGP and they'd actually told me that it needed to be a dealership, a Benelli dealership, and they actually gave me the contact details of the person that I was speaking to. Then he said he couldn't get it done until May, which I find, I just don't believe that, because it's only a small job. But as it turned out, May suited me because of me working away from home, and that it fitted in with my my rota, my work rota. And as soon as I said that was okay, he said, oh well, we won't be able to do it in the same day. And I was like, what do you mean you can't do it the same day? It's a shocker. He goes, oh well, you know, they can be very stubborn, there can be seized nuts and bolts, and there's no way we can guarantee doing it in a day. Guys, we're talking about a rear shock. I could change the rear shock myself in under an hour, and they're saying professional mechanics can't guarantee getting it done the same day. You know, if you need more than a day to get a seized nut off, there's something really wrong. Anyway, cut a long story short, I'm not taking it to that dealer. I've got no faith in them, and it's a sorry state of affairs really. So I rung another dealer up in Newcastle, and like chalk and cheese, they were so helpful. They couldn't do enough for me, and you know, they've got it in within the week. So you know, that dealer is Motec. I think they're in Sunderland. But yeah, they were really helpful. So you know, I don't know what people's experience was. You know, a lot of people who watch my channel do own Benelli TRKs. So you know, put some comments down and let me know how you've gone on with dealers. I've heard some real horror stories about Benelli dealerships, and considering I'm thinking about getting another new bike this year, well, more than thinking, I am getting a new bike this year come summertime, it's making me wonder whether I should actually swap the Benelli out and get something different. I don't want to, because I absolutely love the bike, but you know, at the same time, if we're going to have all these dramas over dealerships. Another thing is parts as well. I have managed to get all the parts that I need for the bike through various sources off the internet. However, I did have a fork seal blown, and it took nearly a month to get a fork seal, and it was just an absolute nightmare. And I've been looking online again for fork seals, and you just cannot get them anywhere. You know, I thought, well, I'll get a spare set just in case anything ever goes again, but you just cannot get them. So you know, if the fork seal goes, I'm stuck. So you know, I'm always truthful with what I say about any review of a bike. And 1 second everybody, yeah, I'm always truthful, you know, I don't sugarcoat things, you know, and I'm always giving the TRK an absolute glowing report. But this is the first time that I've come across problems. So yeah, problems getting certain parts and problems with dealerships. So let me know in the comments if you've got TRK, if you've experienced anything along those lines. Oh, what's a nice little house there. That's something out of a fairy tale. Anyway, this Sheigra Bay, it is really high up in the Highlands. It's on the west coast. You know, if you draw a line across the map to the east, it's virtually level with John O'Groats, so it is a real jaunt to get up here. And I would say the first 2 or 3 hours pretty boring. You know, it's motorway, and then that A9, I'm not a big fan of that A9, but I mean, look where we are now. You know, I've never been on this road before, and it's absolutely what can you say? I mean, just look at the views. And the roads are always in such good condition up here. You know, when you go to Wales and places like that, the roads are shocking. You know, in England and down south, potholes, and even just the traffic, you know, being stuck behind white vans. Up here, none of it. Absolutely brilliant. Well, when I said I hadn't been on this road before, I lied. I have. On my last tour I did come on this road, but going the opposite direction. I came back down south on this road after doing a big segment of the North Coast 500. I can't tell you how much I am enjoying having this ride out. It is such a stress buster. I'm so looking forward to this summer and this season riding a bike. You know, we've had 2 years of a lockdown where everything's been spoilt. Now hopefully we can have a full free season of touring. I cannot wait. I am absolutely gutted though, because as I said, on the Facebook TRK page, those guys are having a meetup in April, and I am going to miss it by 2 days. I fly out 2 days before they're having the meetup, so I'm absolutely gutted that I can't go on that. But if any of you guys are watching, I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great time. However, I do have tickets for the ABR festival, so if anybody's planning on going to the ABR festival off the TRK page, then perhaps we can arrange some for you, meet up and have a beer and tell some stories. This road is absolutely fabulous. I've seen hardly any cars at all since I've been on this road. It's like your own personal racetrack. Mind you, I suppose there's no cars on the road because nobody can afford the petrol to get up here. What's happening with this price of fuel? Oh my god, I used to have a Range Rover. Back in the day when I had it, it used to cost about 80 quid to fill it up. So God knows how much it costs now to fill it up. I think it was about 4.5 litre, 4.4 litre, something like that. It was a beast of a car. Best car I ever had. I was gutted when I sold it. But having said that, I'm glad I got rid. I'd need a mortgage to run it now. Oh wow, it's stunning, absolutely stunning. Okay, back soon. So now we're talking. Just look at this, everybody. Just look at that for a view. I honestly think this has to be most probably the best place to come touring in the whole of the UK. It is just stunning, absolutely stunning. Fantastic roads, hardly any traffic. Even in the height of summer, if you get off the beaten track, you won't have any problems with traffic. Yeah, if you do things like the North Coast 500, obviously popular routes like that, but when you come to places like this, you'll see hardly any traffic at all. Well guys, although it is nice and sunny and not too cold at the moment, I'm expecting it to get down below freezing tonight while I'm camping. And you know, you should never take these things lightly. If you don't have a lot of experience in the outdoors world, especially in winter time, you really need to read up and take some advice on what sort of kit you need. I've got all the kit with me this time. I've got a down sleeping bag. I think the comfort rating is about 0 degrees to -6. I think the extreme survival is -24. So hopefully I'm going to survive tonight and we won't have anything down to -24. I'm expecting it to get down to around about freezing, or just above or just below, so hopefully we'll be alright. Oh wow, gosh, look at this. Just look at that. How blue. I hope that blue is coming out of the blue. It's like the darkest, deepest blue water you've ever seen. Well guys, I don't know what's happened to the sun. Seems the higher we've got in these mountains, the closer we're going to cloud, and the temperature has really dropped. But oh my word, just look at it. It is so dramatic. Can you imagine living in a place like that? I mean, at first looks it looks idyllic, but when you think about it, you know, where's the nearest shop? Where's the nearest petrol station? What do you do if you want to go to the pharmacy or the doctors? I mean, look at that place over there. That'd be even worse. You'd most probably have to get a boat to go to work. I suppose, I don't know whether people actually live in them or whether they're just holiday homes, but wow, if you did live there, what a place to live. And I can imagine this place gets pretty much cut off in winter with snow. It's bad enough where I live, so up here can't see snow ploughs coming along this road. I wonder if there are any monsters in these locks. Nessie 2.0. Well, we're not far now. It's saying 23 miles to my destination, and I cannot wait. As I said, I was up packing a bike just after first light. I left my gaff at 7:20, and it is now 12 minutes past 2. So I think it's about 310 miles in total. Well everybody, just when you think it couldn't get any better, just look at this. Absolutely stunning. Hope he's going to stop there. Good man. Bad enough getting pushed off the road by a camper van, let alone a tractor. So later on in the season I am looking at doing an extended tour around Scotland, looking at a week to 10 days, something like that. And what I plan to do is do a whiskey trail. And what I mean by that is I plan to visit all the major distilleries in the Highlands of Scotland, and just drive from location to location and see where it takes me. I have got a tourist map with all the locations of all the distilleries on, but I don't really know what roads are involved and what the scenery is going to be like, so that'll be a bit of a magical mystery tour. But I am sure there will be stunning roads, because wherever you go there are stunning roads like this in Scotland. Wow, just look at it. I think they just stopped in front to take a photograph. Well guys, this part of the journey, the approach, reminds me very much of the road going to a place called Clacton. If you've never been, there's a nice little campsite there, and it's like a Caribbean cove surrounded by the Highland mountainside. The beach is absolutely amazing. White sugary sands, turquoise water. I'll put a photo up now, and it's actually on the North Coast 500 route. If you're going in summer, and you want to stop there on the campsite, I would book well in advance, some months in advance, because it gets very popular and it gets booked up very quickly. But yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic place, and the approach to it is very much like this road. Well, we're closing in now, people. We are 5.5 miles from Sheigra Bay. And to be honest, I'm ready to get there now. It's been a long old day. Every crest of a hill that you come over, there's just something amazing to see. It's actually saying there's a petrol station down here as well, so that'll be handy for the morning. A lot of the petrol stations out here are just a pump and they self-serve. You just put your card in and just fuel it yourself up. There's no kiosk or anything like that. They're 24 hours obviously. Well folks, I can truly confirm that this place is in the middle of nowhere. It's surprising how many cars I've seen on the road. But I mean, just look at it. It's absolutely like another world living up here. By the looks of those trees, it gets windy up here. So I'm hoping that I'm going to have a dry night. I'm expecting it to get a little bit windy. I think this is it. This is it. All the way up, little sheep. It's one of his lives gone. Well folks, we're here and I can tell you it is already freezing cold. I've got my heated grips on full. Oh, don't tell me it's closed. I will be gutted. Okay guys, so here we are, Sheigra Bay, and we have it to our complete selves. There's not another single person here, and it is idyllic. Did say no motor vehicles down here, but that's not hurting anybody, as it? There's no sheep here or anything. So it's been a long old ride, but it's been worth it, because just look at this location, everybody. Absolutely stunning. So this is looking good just here, I think. So folks, here we are at Sheigra Bay. Not a soul to be seen. Got it all to myself. Just look at this sea. It's like tap water, it's that clear. Absolutely amazing. Well folks, we made it. It's been a long day, 300 miles. It's not that far really, but some of the roads are quite difficult. Single lane road, so you can only go slow. That's what took so long. Started off at 7:20, got here at 3 o'clock. Had 2 stops. Okay, so tomorrow what I'll do, I will get the drone up and we'll do a bit of dronage and just have a nice chilled time. So, till tomorrow, 99.